Hey guys, Marzingan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we just watched the Dokkan now over on the live stream. Shout out to everyone who came out to check that out. We're just going to do the breakdown summary video here, covering the most important points for you guys. And that is, of course, that the SAIYAN Day headlining Dokkan Fest unit is a new Vegeta. Starts out as base form, transforms into a Super Saiyan, and then has the active skill with the Big Bang attack. Was he from the fight versus Android 19? So we'll go ahead and let this play out here. I don't have the sound on for the video itself, but you can see here we have the Vegeta versus Android 19. The base form super attack, pretty decent. Nothing like super crazy. The maximum flasher looks pretty good. And then of course we have, this is the transformation. So I really like this. I've always loved the kind of the like flickering Super Saiyan transformation like that, right? That's really cool. And then yeah, crater into the ground, go Super Saiyan. I like the fact that it cuts to like the different angles, and then we have the low shot, looks really cool. And then this is the active skill. As you know, this is his super attack once he goes Super Saiyan. So it is kind of like an updated version of that Prime Battle LR Vegeta. And then he has the like throwing the big orb down, pretty decent. And then this is the active skill. So the aura, very cool. Super Vegeta's Big Bang attack. I like the fact that that's like the almost like an updated version of that World Tournament Vegeta art. And then yeah, that KO screen is pretty cool. So Vegeta, he is the Dokkan Fest. That's his SSR art. Then the TUR, the base into Super Saiyan. Pretty cool card arts. I quite like that. Yeah, transforms into Super Vegeta. And here is his abilities. So categories: Pure Saiyan, Transformation Boost, Vegeta Family, Super Saiyan, Android Cell Saga, Battle of Wits, Gifted Warriors, Mastered Evolution. So Android Cell Saga, he's a Tech Trunks buff for you like 3 Tech Trunks fans out there. Now he definitely does have an interesting leader skill. So Vegeta Family or Super Saiyans is his 170 lead. And then additional 30% for Pure Saiyan's Battle of Wits or Mastered Evolution. Now, what's cool about this is when it comes to Super Saiyans, like his leader skill covers most of that category with the Pure Saiyans part. And then obviously Battle of Wits covers a couple of characters like the Vegetos. And then Mastered Evolution has some extra characters on there as well. And then of course, Vegeta Family means with the Pure Saiyans, he covers every Vegeta in the game. And then Battle of Wits or Mastered Evolution, there'll be some Trunkses in there as well. So his leader skill should definitely be very, very good. I'm looking forward to trying out different variations of his team. And then, of course, we have his passive. Now, they showed this really quickly on the stream and it disappears like super fast. So his super attack, by the way, in base, raise attack and defense, cause immense damage and seal. So he has an infinite stack super attack in base. And then this is his passive. I mean, look at this like essay. So key +2, attack and defense 150%, guards all attacks, reduces damage received by 18% and launches an additional super attack for 3 turns from his entry turn. The more HP remaining when the character attacks for the first time in a turn, the greater the additional attack boost received within the turn, up to 150%. The more HP remaining when the character receives an attack for the first time in the turn, the greater the additional defense boost received within the turn, up to 150, plus an additional 31% defense with each attack received, up to 80%. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super when there's an ally whose name includes Goku attacking in the same turn, or an enemy whose name includes Goku. That's interesting, especially for obviously all the new anniversary content. That's actually really, really good. And then for any other content, I mean, on a Super Saiyan's team, you're probably going to have a character whose name includes Goku, right? Like the LR Super Saiyan trio from the end of the year. JP has the EZA for the STR Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegito. So not exactly a difficult condition to be able to meet for this guy. So that's very cool. Then his transformation condition, I love the fact that, like, you know, we've had some bad transformation conditions in the past. This can be activated when HP is 18% or more starting from the 3rd turn. So, I mean, like, when are you ever on 17% or less HP unless you have barely survived a turn? So you are going to see this guy's transformation almost every single time unless you get insanely unlucky with big damage. Now, he is a stacker in base, so of course there are going to be occasions where you don't want to necessarily transform him straight away, but you're pretty much always going to be able to get it. So it's not like you have to worry about, oh, I didn't transform him on the first possible turn and now I can't get it like 2 turns later, right? So that's really good. And then, yeah, once he transforms, the Photon Bomber greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, immense damage to the enemy and seals. And then his passive, key 3, attack and defense 180, guards all attacks, damage reduction 18%, additional attack 180 when attacking, and if HP is 30% or more when attacking, launches an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. He gets additional 30% attack if the target enemy's HP is 80% or less when attacking, additional attack 30% if the enemy's HP is 60% or less when attacking, and additional 50% if the enemy's HP is 40% or less. Now, because all of these are when attacking, it means if he does a super and drops them below that next threshold and then does an additional super, he'll then get that extra buff. So that'll be crazy. Additional 180% defense when receiving an attack, launches an additional super within the same turn and disables the enemy's action once within the turn after receiving an attack. So the interesting thing is he's going to get a big defense buff when he gets hit for the first time. He has guard and 18% damage reduction, so he will be somewhat decent in slot 1 depending on how much you've stacked, unless he's going to be one of those unfortunate units. If the first attack of the turn he takes is a super, then obviously his defense is going to be significantly lower. But yeah, like, that's going to be quite good, right? Get a bunch of stacks, gets hit once, gets 180% defense. So if he's starting off the turn, like say you got a few stacks, he's starting off the turn at say 500k defense. When he gets hit, his defense is then going to go up to like 1.2, 1.3 million, something like that, with guard and 18% damage reduction. So as long as he gets hit by a normal first, he'll be tanking supers after that. And then, of course, by getting hit, he gets a guaranteed additional super. And as we saw from his, like, after his transformation, he greatly raises on super. So that's really, really good. And then his active skill, massively raise attack temporarily, ultimate damage, all attacks become crits within the turn, can be activated after he's received attacks 3 or more times, this is obviously after transforming, or when facing only one enemy whose HP is 80% or less, which, again, that's going to be super, super easy to get, right, in the later phases. So they definitely made all of his conditions really, really easy to activate. So that's super, super good. He seems crazy good. Be interesting to see what kind of stats he gets up to, especially if you are, like, if you just transform him on turn 3, then obviously he's not going to get as much build up. But because the anniversary brought us a lot of content that has these longer events, he definitely has the potential to be really, really good. So the rest of the stream, they just talked about daily login missions, special missions, all that kind of stuff. They talked about the roadmap for the build lead up to the sync. And then they talked about Super EZA, and they showed Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, Super Saiyan 3 Goku's passive at the moment is like 1 line. It's like 70% attack and defense or something. This is his passive now after Super EZA. I mean, look at this. Like, look at this novel right here. So, key 2, attack and defense 200%, performs a crit for 1 turn from the entry turn. So on the first turn, he gets a guaranteed crit. Superclass allies chance to crit plus 20%. Extreme class allies crit chance for 10%. That's interesting. Additional attack and defense 150 for 5 turns from his entry turn. Additional attack and defense 150 and a high chance to launch an additional super when performing a super for 7 turns. Additional attack and defense 100% when performing a super starting from the 8th turn. Medium chance to dodge. Additional chance to dodge, including supers 30% before attacking, plus an additional defense 150 and high chance to crit for 3 turns after evading. So in slot 1, he has a 60% chance to dodge, and then when he dodges, he's getting 150 defense for the 5 turns anyway. He gets 150 defense after dodging, and his base passive is attack and defense 200%. So after he dodges the first attack in slot 1, he has 500% defense. So what's interesting is they are not updating his super attack effect, of which he basically doesn't have one. It's like immense damage and lowers defense or something like that. But now by giving him a ton of raw stats, giving him a ton of ways to get like crits, and then giving him a bunch of dodge as well, he seems ridiculously good. So be very interesting to see how he holds up. I mean, I guess in terms of defense, he's raw defense and then relying on dodge. So if he gets tagged by the big boss super attacks, then he's probably going to take a lot of damage. But yeah, he definitely looks very, very good. They didn't really talk about much during the rest of it. Just they talked about future updates to the quest mode. You can see here on the thing in the July-August slot, we have arrival of a new SSR character that can be recruited in the quest mode. But yeah, that was basically it. Then we had this weird game at the end where Matsu threw balls at a board trying to hit 3, 1, and 8 so that we could all get 18 Dragon Stones. He did not do particularly well, but he did manage to do it at the end, so we are going to get those stones. We also have a retweet campaign coming up, which is very typical for big celebrations now. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. We have the new base Vegeta that transforms into Super Saiyan with the Big Bang Attack active skill. Trying to get a decent like image up here on the skip thing, but now it's not even loading correctly, so it's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, Super Saiyan Vegeta seems very, very good. Transformation is easy to get. The transformed form seems really good. So let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section on Vegeta, on the Super Saiyan 3 Goku EZA. Will you be summoning for Vegeta? Obviously, I will be live, you know, when his banner comes out. But let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.